By the end of this video, you're gonna have a step-by-step guide on how to get more followers on Instagram guaranteed in 2023. In fact, these are gonna be real followers, not bots or not followers that aren't interested in exactly what kind of content you're trying to create or the products you're trying to sell or the brands you're trying to promote, or maybe you're just trying to promote your art or your music, in which case you're going to get real fans from this, because it's a 4-step system that you need to make sure that you're implementing. In fact, this creator implemented this system, gained over 50,000 followers in just 30 days, and they didn't know what to post when they first got started. And this creator did the same thing, except they gained over 120,000 followers, and before they started to implement this, they struggled for over a year, posting, having their posts flop, and not knowing what they needed to do better until they found the information that I'm going to share with you in this video. Tip number 1 is that you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of the For You page on Instagram and Instagram's trending feature. If you didn't know, when you type something in on Instagram now and then click on one of the reels or click on one of the posts that end up showing up, guess what ends up happening? It completely transitions Instagram for you and only shows you trending things that are relatable to that. So you need to make sure that your content looks similar to this. What do I mean by this? It's on the same topics. It's in the same formats, it's of the same lengths, you're using the same sounds, because if not, you're not going to be posting what is trending on Instagram. And if you're not posting what's trending on Instagram specific to the topics you're going to be posting about, it's going to significantly decrease the amount of views that you get. Because if you don't know how Instagram works, it's very simple. But before I share it with you, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to go quick on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I just created a free Instagram growth course. You could get it at the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post on Instagram and the best hashtags to use, because unfortunately I'm not gonna have time to cover those in this video. What are you waiting for? It's literally 100% free. All you have to do is go to the pinned comment below and sign up right now. So the way that Instagram actually works is contrary to what a lot of you think. A lot of you think that because somebody else within your niche posted about something, you can't post about that thing, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, think about the news. There are dozens of news stations. Every night, they all cover the same thing, except there's a different person covering it, and they come with a different perspective, and that relates to different people. You need to think about your content, you need to think about Instagram, and you need to think about your niche the same exact way. Just because somebody else made a video about something doesn't mean that you can't. It actually means that you should, and that you need to give your input on that topic, because I bet there's a group of people out there that are going to care about what you have to say. By not making content on that topic, you're actually putting yourself at a disadvantage. Why? Because you're gonna make content about something else, and then Instagram isn't going to know who to actually push that content to, which is a huge mistake that I see way too many small content creators make. They want everything that they do to be incredibly unique, and I'm not telling you to copy other people, but if what you're creating is not based off of something else that's already out there, it's probably not gonna be successful. I mean, think about it. The iPhone wasn't the first smartphone. The Mac wasn't the first computer, and guess what? Those things were the biggest and actually won their category, but it would have never happened if they went into something that didn't already exist or kind of already exist. Tip number 2 is you need to make sure that you're decreasing the length of your content. And before you say something like, Rob, I can't decrease the length because then I won't be able to tell my full story, you need to understand something. You don't need to tell people your full story in one video. In fact, you shouldn't be. And there's a very compelling reason for this, because once you try to tell somebody your whole entire story, you're gonna end up rambling on, and guess what happens? People aren't interested, they swipe away, and that's why your photos and that's why your reels aren't getting pushed out on Instagram. But instead, if you just gave them a small tidbit and made them wonder a little bit more, well then guess what you have permission to do? To make a new piece of content that they're then going to engage with. Way too many of you are trying to get all your information out in one post. Instead, it should be across several posts. You could do this as a series, have one be part 2, one be part 3, or maybe you're recycling kind of the same content over and over again and just putting it within a different lens. For example, I'm making this video right now. I'm telling you how to get more followers on Instagram, but the same information that I'm telling you in this video would also be relevant for how to go viral on Instagram, how to get views on Instagram, or how to get more followers on Instagram. So guess what? I can actually make those 3 videos, but give new examples every time, give new analogies every time, and tell new stories every time. And that is how I can actually take what would have been one boring piece of content and make it 3 interesting pieces of content. And you can do the same exact thing no matter what niche you're in. Now, before I share with you the last tips, by the way, the last one is by far the most important if you want to get real followers that care about the content you're creating on Instagram right now. I need to make sure you understand something. Instagram is about to start paying creators the same way that TikTok's paying creators and the same way that YouTube pays creators. But you're going to need a minimum amount of followers and a minimum amount of views to be able to do this. So I need to make sure that you are investing fully in Instagram right now, because guess what? A month from now, it's only going to be harder to grow on Instagram. And 2 months from now, it's only going to be harder. forward, you need to take advantage of Instagram right now because your organic reach has never been better. And guess what? It's only going to get worse in the future, or potentially get worse. It's going to get harder to actually get followers and views. It doesn't mean that once you already have those followers or views that you won't be able to maintain them. All of that being said, I need to make sure that you're taking this serious right now, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to get paid from Instagram if you're able to get the views and followers that they're going to require in the future. And one of the easiest ways for you to make sure that you're getting the views that they're going to require are by adding 3 tactical things to your video. The first is going to be a hook on the screen that's just text. The second is going to be captions, because if you can get somebody reading, you're going to get somebody engaged in watching the rest of your content. And third, you need to make sure that you're adding in a voiceover and B-roll into your content. If you're not doing this, you're going to bore people, and if you bore people, they're going to swipe away. So you need to make sure that you're constantly having a new clip every 3 to 4 seconds. You're showing people what you're actually posting about. For example, if you're a real estate agent and you're talking about a $600,000 home in Texas, you better be showing that home, and you better be showing the best parts of that home, because you want to actually get somebody interested, you want to get them engaged, and you want them watching the video all the way through to the end. In addition to that, you can't just have music and text on the screen. That's not going to work. You need to make sure that you actually have a voiceover narrating and grabbing people's attention, because if not, people are going to swipe away and it's going to decrease the amount of views that you get. Now this brings me to the last point in this video, which is that you need to make sure that you go back to step number 1, the content that you see on the For You page. You need to make sure that your content's better, because if your content isn't better, your content's not going to win the competition of Instagram. So there are tons of people making music content, tons of people making fitness content, tons of people making stock market content, or any niche that you could possibly be in. But guess what? This doesn't mean that you can't get views. It simply means that you need to create content that's better than your competitors in order to get more views than them, because that's how Instagram works. It's a big competition. I wouldn't focus on the people outside of your niche. I would only focus on the people within your niche. And if you consistently create better content than them, provide more value than them, and this could be in the realm of education or entertainment, then Instagram's going to reward you and give you more views and give you more and more followers that are actually interested in the content you're creating. Now, if you want to work together, so I can guarantee that you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days by me telling you what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use, critiquing your content, well, please keep watching this video, because I've got a special offer for you. And at the end of the day, if you want to be successful on Instagram, you probably need a coach or an outside perspective that can share with you the things that you're doing wrong. And what better way to work with somebody like me than to continue to waste your time and miss out on the opportunity of growing on Instagram? Because at the end of the day, there's a bunch of things that you don't know that you need to know to grow quicker on Instagram, and you'd be ignorant to not work with somebody that knows those things so that you can figure them out in a quicker period of time. Otherwise, you're going to continue to post, you're going to continue to flop, you're going to continue to struggle. And why do that when you have an easy solution? The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever. And there are 2 things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm going to assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up, because there are limited spots available. I'm going to be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm going to send you new post ideas, and I'm going to critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is going to help you get followers more easily and quicker, so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now, because every single day that you wait, it's only going to get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally going to grow on Instagram or get your money back, 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.